Well, my music isn't playing, so welcome, guys. I don't know. I'm having technical difficulties right now. Yeah, whatever. Oh, now it wants to play. This fucking piece of crap. All right. Anyways, so please subscribe below. We only need 83 more subscribers to hit 200, and also be sure to hit that like button. We do love it when you guys do that. We're getting a decent amount lately, 3 or 4 people. Appreciate you guys. Without further ado, I'm going to introduce the one, the only Debo.
Yo, what's going on?
Just a loaded day, man. And when I say loaded day, I'm talking about free agency in the NFL. Just lots of crazy.
It's been getting wild for sure.
Yeah, like there are just so many things we're going to get into today. I mean, the majority of this is free agency news. There are a little bit of NBA news in there too as well. But I'm going to start from the bottom and work my way to the top. We'll start with the latest news. Aaron Rodgers is in the trade rumor mill, and apparently he's going to be meeting with the Jets on in person on Tuesday. Or the Jets are going to meet with a Packers quarterback on Tuesday, I should say. I don't know where it's going to be. I think they're flying out to Wisconsin to meet up with them or something. Not quite sure. But how do you feel about Aaron Rodgers possibly being on the Jets, or do you think he's staying with the Packers?
I don't think he's staying with Packers, but well, I'm a Patriots fan, so obviously I don't want him in my division. So, I mean, I wish he would go somewhere else, but I mean, he probably fit well with the Jets. They need a quarterback. I feel like that's their biggest downfall right now. They got receiver talent. Their defense is not great, but it's also not bad. I think he could fix a lot for them. Hate to say it. Maybe they'll squeeze in the playoffs next year. Wild card team, maybe. I don't know, but I don't want him in my division, so that's what sucks.
I feel like he could definitely turn around that organization for sure. And just how much would you have to give up? And if you are trading for Rodgers, you're trying to win now, and you're pretty much going to mortgage your future just so you could try to win now. And how long does he play? Does he play for 2 years? Does he play for 3? They got to figure some of that out. But I think Garrett Wilson, him being the rookie of the year last year, I feel like he'd bode well over there. It also, Elijah Moore has been angry at the way that the offense was run last year, and I think they have a new offensive coordinator or something like that. And Aaron Rodgers being over there, he's just going to demand excellence, so that's only going to elevate more to another level. And I believe they have Corey Davis over there still, and he came over from the Titans. He's not like an exceptionally elite wide receiver, but he's pretty decent, man. I mean, he gets a lot of targets, that's for sure. He just doesn't relate in fantasy. But they do have actually a pretty solid defense this last year. I know in recent past it's been garbage, but with Sauce Gardner over there and Carl Lawson, I think is what his name is, on the defensive line. And I mean, that defense is pretty good, man. And we still have the draft. We still have free agency. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I feel like if they just added Aaron Rodgers, they'd instantly be a playoff team, in my opinion.
I hope it's the same Jets.
I think he's going to stay with the Packers, though, to be honest with you.
What?
I think he's going to stay with the Packers, in my opinion.
I don't know. I read something earlier that he pretty much told them, or they told him or something that they told someone that they'd rather move on. I'll see if I can find the tweet later.
I wouldn't doubt it, because they probably want to see what they have with Jordan Love, or if not, draft another quarterback. And then, right now, why not take a chance or an advantage of trying to get something out of Aaron Rodgers? Yeah, he's brought a lot to your organization, 18 years. But if you have a chance to get something out of Aaron Rodgers now without having him just walk next year or just retire, I would do it now, get something.
I think he wants out, though, bro. They have no receivers over there.
It's going to be
he wants some help, and I don't blame him. He's throwing to a bunch of nobodies.
Bears fans will be rejoicing because he's falling out of the division.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Like, oh, shit, we got a chance to win the division now. Vikings are still there, so.
Yeah, but I feel like they just fail out in the playoffs every year. It's either they lose the first game or win the one game and lose the next.
But that stops the Bears from getting to the playoffs. Don't matter if the Vikings they get there.
I do know that Derrick Henry is also on the trade block. I'm trying to think of a team that actually needs a running back right now.
I heard Bears might be in the run for him.
I mean,
Because they're letting Montgomery go.
He's always getting injured, honestly, but that's kind of a smart move. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be different, man. Like seeing him on another team, man. He's been a Titan for so long, but dude, him on the Bears, like he's got that. You know, someone I think Chicago has that aura. Like they've always been like a defensive team. They've always had some pretty decent running backs. So I feel like he'd just be another one to add to the list.
He's a good replacement for your power back if you let Montgomery go.
Mm-hmm.
You got Herbert, who's like a nice, elusive, fast running back, and then Henry's good down the goal line or 3rd-and-1s or whatever, you know.
What if Henry went to the San Francisco 49ers?
That'd be so stupid.
There
ain't no way that happens, bro. Right? No fucking way.
That'd be insane.
That'd be the best running back.
Henry, stop that, dude. Hey, we don't need a quarterback. We got 2 running backs, bro.
Just run the ball all game.
Literally. Him straight to the middle,
game.
Caffrey to the outside.
Right. For real, though, just run it all game.
Hey, man, that'd be wild. That's what I would do. If I like me in Madden, I'm always just trying to acquire the best players. That'd be me. I'm just come on, join our team, bro.
Running 80 rushing attempts a game. Fuck it.
Literally. Yeah. How many times you passed this game? 5. 5 times?
For real. That'd be some shit.
So your Patriots, they're not going to franchise tag cornerback Jonathan Jones, a source said. I think this was Ian Rappaport that reported this. And said he's going to hit the market, though New England has interest in bringing him back. What do you think about that? Do you think they're going to bring him back, or do you think that they're just like, eh?
If he'll come play for a cheap ass discount, because that's what we always do every time. Which I was actually pissed last year that we let J.C. Jackson go, but he did not play well this year, and I think he got hurt and missed like the rest of the year. But I mean, dude, Jonathan Jones is a baller, bro. He's a pretty good corner. I don't know why we always do this. And he's still young. I don't know why we always do this, bro. We get someone young, and we're just like, nah, fuck that. Let's go fucking get some random nobody from fucking Chattanooga school.
How often have they excelled, though, and when they've left? I mean, Malcolm Butler didn't really do too well. Stephon Gilmore is the exception, though. I mean, he is pretty.
Stephon Gilmore is just elite, you know.
Revis came to you guys. He was already elite, so you can't really do nothing about him. I think you guys had another guy, too. Like, you've had just studs at that position, or at least one.
We'll figure it out. I feel like BB's really good at finding corners, but God, he cannot find receivers for shit.
No, he can't. You know who seemed to find his wide receivers this year? Daniel Jones. And he got an extension. He's going to be sending a 4-year, $160 million contract. And because he just got signed on the contract, the Giants just went ahead and gave the franchise tag to Saquon Barkley. So he's going to get about $10.1 million.
Overpaid for Jones, in my opinion, but he ain't earned that contract, bro. What has he done? He has a negative record as a starter in the league. Well, he took his team to the playoffs, 1 year? And they got bounced first round or whatever this year?
I think so, yep.
Dude, he has not done shit.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, they've been waiting for him to take a step forward, and this was the year he finally did that. And now they feel like this is the guy. He finally took a step forward this year. So they're like, okay, we think that now he's got to the point where he needs to get to. Now we just need to win the Super Bowl, essentially.
He didn't even play that well. He threw for under 4,000 yards.
He did better. I mean, he reminds me of Eli Manning. He just gets the job done. He ran. I mean, like, you got to watch him play, man.
He did have some rushing yards. I mean, he did do –
and some rushing touchdowns. I mean, he threw to open receivers. And besides, who does he have to throw to this year?
Darius Slayton. I mean, he didn't do that. He missed a lot of games.
He's a really good receiver. I mean, he really is, but he's not like an elite number one receiver. He's not anyone like DeAndre Hopkins. But
didn't he have Kenny Galladay too or whatever?
But he didn't do nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
I think
there was something. I don't know. They're not. Was he hurt or some shit? You're right. I didn't even.
I think he was injured the whole season or something like that, or maybe just.
Well, that makes up for it. You know, he'll come back next year, probably be good.
But imagine him getting more talent around him, more wide receivers that can excel, more tight ends. There's a stud tight end in this draft. I forgot what his name is. I'd have to look it up, but
the one from Georgia.
Mm-hmm. I think so, yeah.
Forget his name too, but yeah, I've been hearing a lot about him.
I think he's gonna continue to excel and get better. Compared to other starters in the league, I think he's up there.
I mean, that's fair. He did have a better year than he has. I'm just saying, I still think they overpaid
All
for
that money. Yeah, I agree with you, man. I don't think but I'm all about people getting the bag, though, man.
I know Lamar Jackson probably looking at that like, well, if he got 40 mil, I got an MVP under my belt.
He's like, I want 200 mil.
Yeah, for real, dude. Something shit.
Dude, he just signed that $32.4 million non-exclusive franchise tag. So what that means is another team can offer him a contract, and then the Ravens have the option to match that or just say, to hell with you. So
I wonder, what do you think next year? Are we talking about that later in the show?
What?
The Lamar shit?
We can talk about it right now.
All right. What do you think happens? If you had to guess, what do you think? Do you think he stays? Do you think he goes? It's obviously just a guess, bro.
I feel like if it's taken this long just for you to get a contract, maybe it won't. Because now he's about to play another season where you're trying to figure out what you have. Is that what you're doing? Because why are we still trying to figure out the contract situation? They keep coming out these reports like, oh, yes, we want Lamar. He's going to be our quarterback next season. Now, they didn't lie about him not being the quarterback next season because they just franchise tagged him. But they've been talking about they're going to get a deal in place for a minute now. It's been going on for a whole year. Since the beginning of early last year, at the start of the league year, when they could pick up his they had the option to sign him to an extension. And they're like, oh, let's talk about it. And they just went through the entire season. I think they decided, you know what? Let's just play this season, and then we'll talk about it after the season. And then they played him the season, and he did pretty good. I think he got injured, though, towards the end. And it was, in my opinion, I think it was a move where he's like, if I continue to play, I'm going to hurt myself, and my value is going to go down. It's going to be like an RG3 situation. So I think he did that for himself, which is good. I think other teams could offer him something, and if they think there's something else better out there, by all means. But dude, if they go back and look at their offense last year of when he was throwing and running the ball, like pretty much just when he was on their team, the whole offense was better as a whole in the passing game and in the running game. So the passing, everything just went down when he left the team. So I don't know. I feel like he should stay on the team, but I also feel like they're just kind of beating around the bush. I have a feeling he might go to another team, and I know like the Panthers would probably.
Well, I was just reading the Panthers. Was it the I want to say it was the Panthers, the Commanders, the Falcons, and the Raiders were all saying they're not interested.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did say, or not you, but someone did tell me that.
That's why I'm like, I don't know. Maybe he does stay with the Ravens, but they just,
But that's only 4 teams. There's still 28 other teams in the NFL.
I know, but who else? These are 4 teams that need a quarterback, though, that you would think would be interested. I mean, Panthers need a quarterback bad. Commanders need a quarterback. The
Raiders, Dolphins, Commanders, and Panthers.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know, man. We shall find out. What team do you think like he should go to? Like besides these 4 that just said they're not going to pursue him.
That's a good question, bro.
49ers.
That'd be nuts.
I can see it. I'm telling you right now. I feel like the 49ers just have these things where they just plug a player in, and I feel like if that's what I feel like that's what meshes well with him. He's a runner, you know what I mean? And he also can pass.
They got Brock Purdy and shit.
He's about to have surgery
for that.
They're about to have surgery on Brock Purdy, so he's not even sure if he's going to start the season.
They still got Trey Lance.
They don't know what they got with him. I mean, he's probably, I don't know, man. It doesn't sound like he's going to be the starter.
I'll be pissed if he goes to the 49ers. Where the hell are they getting all the...
I feel like you don't even need any money nowadays. You could just be like, you know what? Salary cap's $40 million. I'll tell you what, bro. I'm gonna give you $40 million this year, or I'll give it to you like later years. You know, like you're gonna get this in like.
It seems like it, man.
They just push it down the line, like just all the way down the line. That's why the Saints have so many salary cap issues right now, because Drew Brees and I think Michael Thomas and other people.
Makes sense.
Cap pits. Joe Mixon is in some doo-doo right now. Here's a report, and I'm going to present it to you real quick. Let me pull it up. TMV. Where you at? There you are. Boom. All right, it says juveniles doing dart wars in the neighborhood. Police audio reveals. Apparently, the cops were knocking on Joe Mixon's door, and there's apparently some gunshots went off in the neighborhood. A lot of people were concerned, and a couple officers went and knocked on his door around 1:30 in the morning, and was trying to get him to come out. And eventually, they went in with some flashlights. He originally, I think he had a warrant for his arrest for like something that was going on. I think it's in here. But that's not looking good for the man, dude. There are people knocking on his door asking for him. Maybe he wasn't home. I don't know. I feel like more is going to come out in this. But I just wanted to share that.
What exactly is Dart Wars? I don't even know what that is.
I don't know what Dart Wars is. I would have to look that up. I think when I think of darts, I'm thinking of actual darts.
Fucking yeah, throwing dart. Like, come here, motherfucker. Throwing darts at each other. Like, I don't know. That shit had to hurt, bro.
Some of them are metal too. You're like, damn,
That's
bro.
what I'm saying, bro. Shit hits you in the head and just sticks in your skin.
I think it's right in your eyeball, dude.
Bye your vision.
Yep. We'll see how more. That's just all alleged at the moment. They did knock on the door. Obviously, the cops didn't went up, but in the alleged other stuff saying that he's involved, that's all alleged. Anyways, veteran kicker Robbie Gould said today, well, not today, a couple days ago, that he enjoyed his last 6 seasons in San Francisco, but he's going to test free agency later this month. Who do you think needs a kicker, and where's he going?
Who does need a kicker?
Who's been missing?
It's actually a good question. Who's been missing? Cowboys. Fuck. First team that comes to my mind.
Is that the guy that kicked 5 in a row and missed, or Greg Zero?
Yeah, bro. Missing extra points and shit too. Missed like 4 extra points in a game or something. Shit, Cowboys. That's who needs to
him in the middle of the game.
Yeah, man. Cowboys need it. That's the first team that comes to my mind.
I would say the Colts, but we had Chase McLaughlin last year, and he did pretty good towards the end of the year. I don't know.
Cowboys the first team that comes to my mind, man. When I think of all these extra points missed, I'm just like, oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
Maybe the Bears. Go back to the Bears.
No more double doinks. So that we can't have no double doinks.
Curse is over, guys.
I would say Cowboys though, if I just had to guess based on who really needs a kicker.
Gotcha. Let me share something with you in a second. I'm just gonna make sure I'm on the right page. You still good, bro?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we're gonna talk about C.J. Stroud and Anthony Richardson. They've been doing pretty exceptional. But something that a lot of people didn't expect was Anthony Richardson's he's been putting on a show. He ran I think 4.4440, which is pretty fast and extremely fast for a quarterback. I think it was the fastest ever for a quarterback.
Faster than Lamar?
Yeah.
Damn.
Then he also had a vertical jump of 40.5. I'm going to show you the vertical jump right now, and you're like, damn. Broke a combine record, actually.
Jesus.
You don't really need hops for a quarterback, but yeah, I guess. Wild.
Someone gonna draft him and put him at wide receiver. They're gonna be like, remember that combine you had, man? Remember that vertical?
Literally,
we didn't hire you to be we didn't draft you to be our quarterback, bro. We're gonna throw you at wide receiver. Get your big ass up there and catch the ball.
Dude, he's gonna be like another Tim Tebow, where they're gonna try to convert him from quarterback to tight end.
Tight end. Like,
hey man, go be a tight end. He's gonna be a quarterback. I feel like if you know what you want to be, go and be it. But yeah, I mean he's an athlete.
That's crazy.
Like Taysom Hill, just better and faster.
For real.
And he can throw the ball because he was putting on some pretty dimes, some deep balls and shit, man. It was pretty impressive, man. He definitely improved his draft stock, that was for sure. And then CJ Stroud is pretty much solidifying himself as the top tier quarterback. Like in my opinion, I think he's been doing a lot better. I think he's over Bryce Young. Like originally I was saying Bryce Young, but then I found out Bryce Young's only 5'10", which is like the shortest quarterback since like 1967 to enter the league. Don't want a short quarterback. Sorry, man.
He's shorter than Kyler Murray?
Yeah, he might be a baller, but he's short, dude. I've only seen one short guy do pretty good in the last 20 years, and that was like Drew Brees. So
Drew Brees had to be 6 foot, yeah.
I think he's 6 foot. Yeah, he's 6 foot, I think. But he might even be 5'12". But
5'12", that is 6 foot.
I'm hoping Colts get CJ Stroud. Like hoping. Just hoping. Please.
I was so upset when Derek Carr went to Saints. I really wanted him to go to Colts just so I could fuck with you so bad.
I'm so glad. I was like, I texted Nick. I was like, thank you. The stress is over. Don't have to worry about him being on the team. Because then I got to start liking him. You know, I wouldn't even be a fan on the teams because I don't want to like him. Now, if he was the backup, maybe.
Not my starter quarterback, though. Hell no.
He also received a no trade clause from the Saints as part of his new contract. It's the same deal that he had with the Raiders, so he pretty much gets to control his future. And also, former Colts head coach Frank Reich, he said that Derek Carr's got a good 5-year window. So I don't know if that's like a backhanded comment, like, yo, man, you're still pretty good. You got about 5 years left. How old is Derek Carr?
He's like 30.
He's 31. She's like, you'll be good until you're 36, and then you're done.
That's
After
funny.
that, it's going to go downhill.
I can't believe Saints signed him. I really didn't. So what? They're pretty much saying fuck Jameis Winston then?
Yeah, oh yeah, they're releasing Jameis Winston.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
It really is. Also, a couple other things that I'm seeing surprise. The Rams are making some moves. They're expected to release Leonard Floyd, the linebacker. They're going to try and trade him first, though. He's had at least 9 sacks in each of the past 3 seasons. Excuse me. The Rams have given wide receiver Allen Robinson's agents permission to seek a trade as well. LA is willing to pay a portion of Robinson's $15.25 million guaranteed salary to facilitate a deal. So those are some surprising moves I saw. Also, the Titans are expected to release pass rusher Bud Dupree. He was a big signing. Devin White, he posted some cryptic things on his IG story. Let me show you.
Sounds like he's leaving Tampa, yeah?
Yep. Says God isn't asking you to figure it out. He's asking you to trust that he has, or he already has. 4 years went by fast. Nope. And I think this says thank you. So I think that just kind of gives you that feeling that he's dipping out and he's no longer going to be a Buccaneer. So those are some of the surprising moves I've seen, and obviously the Winston's going to be getting released from there. Also saw that the Cowboys placed their franchise tag on Tony Pollard,
yeah,
and rightfully so. They should keep him. He balled out this year, definitely broke out. Honestly, get rid of Zeke, dude. Like, you don't need him anymore. You got Tony Pollard, but I like the way that you guys did your approach this year. You know, maybe
he seems washed anymore. He don't seem like the same.
He did pretty good. With what he was given, like all the opportunities that he got, I think he still had a pretty high average yards per carry and stuff like that. So I think Zeke's still getting it done. I just don't think he can be a 3-down back anymore. But I still think he's really productive. Tony Pollard, though, 3-down back right now.
Yeah, dude's been killing it.
The NFL has reinstated Jaguars wide receiver Calvin Ridley. And also in Jaguar news, they have franchise tagged tight end Evan Engram, which is pretty crazy. So that means Trevor Lawrence is going to get another weapon to use. Do you think this is going to make them, separate them in our division? Like, do you think right now, looking at the division, you know, obviously before draft, do you think that the Jaguars are probably going to start winning the division now? Do you think they go deeper in the playoffs, or do you think that they're just going to be the same mediocre team that they've been?
It's going to depend on if Lawrence continues to progress, I think. I mean, he made a big jump this year. He looked a lot better than he did his rookie year.
Mm-hmm.
Rookie year, I was like, the fuck?
Some of that I've been blamed on Urban Meyer.
That is true. That is true. Actually, yeah, you're right. So, I mean, Jags definitely could take that division. Dead ass. I know you don't want to hear that.
No, I mean, I know that they might. They seem like it depends on what we do, but as of right now, it's looking like they're the favorite.
Titans are going to slope down.
I think so too. I think they're going to rebuild, honestly.
Yeah, they seem like they're going to slope.
Someone who got another bag, though, besides Daniel Jones, Geno Smith, $105 million, Pete Carroll says. And they also said that they're still have the possibility of drafting a quarterback. They're not going to leave that off the table. Thoughts?
I mean, I don't blame them because you got to. I mean, you don't know how Geno going to play this year, so I think it's always good to have a nice young backup. But I do think Geno played. He played well, bro. So why not? Or even think future wise, draft a quarterback, mold him. You got Geno there. He's not like a super veteran, but he's got some experience in the league. I mean, I wouldn't if they drafted a quarterback, I wouldn't hate on the pick.
You know what I think might happen? I think they might draft Anthony Richardson, and they've already been talking about Anthony Richardson is probably going to have to sit a year because he's not NFL ready. What if they just let him sit for like a year or two, and then Geno Smith retires or whatever, goes somewhere else, and then they just let Anthony Richardson start, and then he balls out. You never know.
That's actually not a bad take, to be honest. They could, because Richardson obviously ain't expected to go super high.
Nope.
I mean, if he's when do they draft Seahawks or when? You gotta be in the middle somewhere. Or don't they have a pick from Denver?
Seahawks, damn. Oh, they're 20th.
They don't have a pick from Denver though.
Oh, they do. It's 5th. Yeah. Sorry, my bad. So they have the 5th pick in the draft. I mean, what if they don't? Shoot, what if they get one of the top tier ones? What if they try to reach for CJ Stroud? What if they
I wouldn't like that pick. I would say draft something you need early, and if Richardson's available at 20, take him. But I wouldn't go drafting a quarterback. I mean, after you pay, it would just seem weird to me. I don't know.
True. Another surprising thing I saw is that Leonard Fournette's going to get released too. So another good running back that's about to hit the free agent market. Let's see. Rashod Bateman was ripping into the general manager, but I'll talk about that in a little bit because Chris is going to get off here in a moment. I'll show this one. Oh, apparently Cortland Sutton's being shopped around in free agency. You have any ideas of where you think he's going to go?
It's a good question. Are we some over Patriots? We could use some more D-Hop. Would be nice. I've been hearing D-Hop's been possible connection. Yeah, I'd be cool with either one. I think they're both really good.
If he goes to the Patriots, that's be a good move. I mean, you guys definitely need a wide receiver. I mean,
we got Kendrick Bourne and Nelson Aguilar, a bunch of fucking Jacoby Myers is.
He's pretty decent. I mean, he catches a lot of balls, man. But he just reminds me of Darius Slayton.
Yeah.
All right.
We need a deep target. That's what we need. Someone that
definitely catch that ball deep. Let's see. Oh yeah, I guess I could talk basketball with you for a second. Ja Morant. He is possibly might get suspended, to be honest with you. He is flashing his gun, I guess, on Instagram, and I guess there's rumors that he flashed that at a kid or something. Now he's being investigated. They're wanting to know where he got the gun and things like that. I think I have a story on it.
Apparently he brought it on the team plane or whatever.
Yep, appearing to show gun. They're trying to see if any laws have been broken. He could face legal ramifications. He was dancing at a Denver nightclub while holding what appeared to be the handgun. So he's at a nightclub waving his gun around, being dumb. He's already apologized for his actions. He's had a statement already about that stuff. But yeah, it's just, man, kid's doing some dumb stuff, man.
I read that he checked himself into rehab or some shit.
I've heard that too. He said he takes full responsibility for his actions. He started about it to his family, his teammates, coaches, fans, partners, the city of Memphis, and the entire Grizzlies organizations for letting them down. He's going to take some time away to get help, is what he said, and work on learning better methods of dealing with stress and his overall well-being. So a lot of people, I think, are taking that wrong. They're saying like he's stressed, and that's what led him to do the stuff that he did. It's not, I don't think what he's necessarily saying. I think him just dealing with his daily stresses that he does. People like to relieve their stress by going out and doing things that make them happy and feel alive, I guess, essentially. And sometimes that's going to a nightclub, going out to a bar and drinking, or chilling with your friends, playing game night, things like that. And his was going to that club. So I think that's what he meant, is by like trying to de-stress, is just go out with his friends and hang out with his friends at a club and dance.
It sucks, dude, because he was, I don't know, it just ruined his image.
Yeah.
And he was like becoming a big face in the league.
I still feel like he can bounce back. I
do too, if he cleans it up.
He's on 50 games. That's almost a whole season, bro. That is a whole season almost. That's like 3/4, 5/8.
It's over. It's over half the season.
Damn. I mean, I wonder if you can appeal it, maybe get it reduced or something like that. But that's what I saw earlier, man. I was like, geez.
That's what I saw too. I haven't seen it official though.
A couple other things I want to mention, just some crazy stats. The jersey worn by Joe Montana during the 2 Super Bowl victories has sold for $1.212, obliterating the record paid by football jerseys at an auction, or paid for football jerseys at an auction. So $1.212 million. And I also didn't know that people wore jerseys more than once in the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? I feel like if you wore it once, don't wear it again. I don't know, especially in that, but. And then last thing, later, Chris, I'll let you go, bro. Last thing, I think, guys, maybe not last thing, but I'm going to talk about Rashod Bateman, and I'm going to talk about XFL. So the XFL has been doing pretty good lately, but they had a problem. There's a story. You guys can go to @NFL_DOVKLEIMAN on Twitter. There's a story. The Guardians of the XFL cut quarterback Quinten Dormady. Did I say that right? Dormady, yeah. After he allegedly gave an opposing team plays from the Guardians playbook. The team heard about it, investigated, and released Dormady. They also removed his stats from the XFL website. Damn. Can't be doing that, dude. What's wrong with you? Come on, man. That's bogus as hell. I feel like that would be such a like a gut wrench as like a teammate, like knowing, can you trust him? No. I mean, you don't know if he's going to give your plays away to another team just because he might not make it on this particular team, man. That's messed up shit, dude. And let's see. Rashod Bateman claps at the general manager, Eric DeCosta. He said, stop blaming Lamar Jackson and the wide receivers. This is what the general manager said. If I had an answer, that would probably mean I would have some better receivers. We're going to keep swinging. There have been some guys that have been successful players for us that were draft picks. We've never really hit on that all-pro type of guy, which is disappointing, but it's not for a lack of effort. It's one of those anomalies that I really can't explain than to say that we're not going to stop trying. Rashod Bateman clapped back, goes, how about you play to your player strengths and stop pointing the finger at us? Blame the one you let do this. We take 24/7 and keep us healthy. Care about us and see what happened. Ain't no promises, though. Tired of y'all lying and capping on players for no reason. He's got a point. He was injured throughout the season, though. They need some better staff over there as far as what do they call it for like rehab and injuries and things like that. I saw Arizona Cardinals and Commanders had the worst in the NFL as far as trainers, I think is what it said. I'm going to show you LeBron James's necklace. So he got a custom chain commemorating his scoring title. Commemorating. Let me see if I can zoom on that. LeBron James record. Boom, 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 boom. That's actually pretty dope. I'm not going to lie. Let me see the other one. Noise. And lastly, guys, Vikings wide receiver KJ Osborn and 3 others helped rescue a man from a flaming vehicle on Sunday night. Man, they were all heroes. This was the car after the math. And there they all are. Thank you, KJ Osborn, for all that. We appreciate you saving lives out there. Need more people like you in the world. I'm going to make sure that I covered everything. Don't want to miss anything. Man, I still don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to the Jets. I just can't believe it yet. Breece Hall was just waiting. Oh, man. That'd be crazy. But anyways, that's all I got for today, guys. I do appreciate you guys listening to the show. And deuces.